What is up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Warframe's performance on the Steam Deck. Warframe was released officially on Steam on March 13, 2013. The game is Steam Deck verified and in my opinion one of the best free-to-play games in the market. Warframe is an online third-person looter shooter where you play as the Tenno, a mysterious faction of warriors trying to save the solar system from the different oppressive factions within the game. For my settings, the display mode is in full screen. The video resolution is set to max, which is 1280 by 800, to fit the screen and to remove the borders on the screen. For demonstration purposes, I would leave the refresh rate at 90 Hz. Vertical sync is set to on, brightness and contrast set to 50. Field of view is going to depend on your preference, so for me I set it to max so I can see all the action. For the upscaling method, I picked FSR 2.2. For its quality, keep it on balanced. For its sharpness, keep it at 100. For its graphical setting, set quality preset to custom. The geometry quality, shadow quality, texture memory, particle system quality, GPU particle quality is all going to be set at medium. Anisotropic filtering is set to 8x. And keep the trilinear filtering set to default. For advanced settings, keep the dynamic lighting and volumetric lighting on. Turn off local reflections. Disable SSAO quality. Keep volumetric fog quality to medium. Turn off both motion blur and depth of field. Turn on distortions. Turn off glare and film grain. Turn on bloom while keeping the intensity at 50. Weapon effects and color correction will be turned on while keeping contact shadows off. Keep character shadows, sun shadows, enhanced decals, and optimized flip models on. And lastly, turn off reduced frame latency. With these settings, it's a great mix of playable FPS while compromising little on the graphical quality.
You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Warframe is a very effects-heavy game, so frame rates vary depending on location and the amount of effects on the screen. An example would be inside the base of your operations, where a lot of things is going on. The frames usually stay at 60 frames per second, with the occasional highs and lows depending where you are. Inside a closed mission, however, like this defense mission on Hydron, where a lot of enemies are here at once, and skill effects happening in the background, the average FPS is around 85, with occasional dips to the high 70s and occasional highs to the max 90. In open worlds, however, it's a little different. In the plains of Eidolon, the average FPS is around 68 frames per second, with it dipping to the low 50s when too many enemies and effects are on the screen. This part is captured using OBS. You will still have varying frame rates depending on the location and the scenario. It, however, almost always averages above 60 frames per second. So I suggest that you hard cap your FPS to 60 by locking the refresh rate on your Steam Deck monitor. With this, you will get less fluctuations with your FPS, resulting to a smoother gameplay. This also means that you get more battery life out of your charge. You can still play more with the settings to improve the graphics and settle for a lower FPS like 45, which is still awesome, especially if you can keep it stable. Warframe really is a gorgeous looking game. With all the effects, graphical quality, and its unique aesthetic, Warframe is one of those games you will be pleasantly surprised by how well it runs on the deck. With its quick drop-in and drop-out gameplay, it feels like Warframe was made to be taken wherever you go. Whether you want a quick mission or long sessions plugged in, and as long as you have decent Wi-Fi, Warframe is amazing on the go. So despite the deck not being able to run Warframe maxed out, and it not playing at max 90 frames per second, hard setting it to 60 frames per second will still give you that smooth gameplay you need playing a game like Warframe. With all that being said, I think Warframe still earns the awesome on the deck stamp of approval. And there you have it, Warframe's performance review on the Steam Deck. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more performance reviews on the Steam Deck, please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Once again, I am Macer, and I'll see you again on my next video.